In the last video, we mentioned that PCOS is a very complex disorder. So there is no one cause of PCOS. There are a lot of factors which play a role in its manifestation. So in this video, we are going to discuss these factors which can lead you towards your PCOS. The first one being genetics. Now, we may have the genes of PCOS thanks to our mother or grandmother and our ancestors carrying it. Or we may be exposed to high male hormones when we are in the womb of our mother. And all these factors can then make us more susceptible to PCOS. But genes only play a 5% role and they are not the trigger. It's actually our environment and the stuff that we are exposed to which decides that we will get PCOS or not, and it actually triggers those genes and activates them, leading you towards the PCOS problem. The second one is inflammation. Now, inflammation is a good thing for our body because it's meant to protect us. Think of it, when you get a cut, it all swells up, it becomes red, the white blood cells flood that area and blood comes in and locks that area up so that any bacteria or organisms cannot enter the wound, which helps to protect our body, which is a great thing. But such inflammation also happens within our body as a response to our immune system to protect us from any toxins or virus or bacteria or any harmful substance that's entered, and it kills those substances before the substances can damage us within. Isn't that great? It is. But the problem is when the inflammation lasts too long and it's very chronic. That means our lifestyle today that we lead, the wrong food that we eat, the toxins that we are exposed to, excess stress that we take, all this adds to the inflammation in our body on ongoing basis. And this inflammation then starts damaging our own body within. And thanks to this inflammation, our ovaries start producing more testosterone, which then manifests as PCOS. The third one is insulin resistance. In normal conditions, when we eat anything that has carbohydrates like rice, roti, it gets converted to glucose and pancreas release insulin, which help to carry the glucose into the cells. But when there's a lot of inflammation in the body, there are a lot of toxins in the blood, or there's really high fat in the blood, which is very sticky, the cells get really insensitive and fearful and do not open up to insulin. Now look at it like a lock and key mechanism. The cells have locks and insulin is the key which comes and opens up and puts the sugar inside. But when the locks get jammed, the key cannot fit in and the sugar cannot go in. This pushes the pancreas to produce more insulin with the hope that the cells will open up and let the sugar in. But when that doesn't happen, this excess insulin keeps floating in the blood, causing a lot more damage. And this insulin then pushes the ovaries to again produce more testosterone. The fourth one is environmental toxins. We clearly live in a world which is full of toxins and we are exposed to more than 800 chemicals around us through everything that we use in our day-to-day life, including skincare products, cosmetics, hair care products, from our household cleaners, detergents, the chemicals and pesticides in our food, and all of this which enter our system and clog our liver, and then our liver cannot detoxify the hormones well and then cause a lot of havoc within. Another thing which causes a lot of havoc is plastic bottles and containers which contain BPA. And these chemicals act as xenoestrogens, or they mimic estrogens in our body and cause again a lot of hormonal imbalances. So these chemicals together can actually either convert one hormone to the other, reduce the production of good hormones, increase the production of wrong hormones. They can interfere with hormone signaling. They can also affect nutrient absorption because they compete with nutrients, and all of this can reduce our reproductive health and then eventually manifest as PCOS. The fifth one is gut microbiome. Now, we are more microbes than human and we house about 3 to 5 pounds of microorganisms in our gut, which play a very important role in balancing every function in our body, maintaining gut integrity, synthesizing hormones, eliminating and detoxifying the hormones from our body. They also help in digestion and absorption of nutrients, mental health. All of it is related to the kind of bacteria that we have in our gut. So the more good guys we have, the better our health. But thanks to the lifestyle today that we lead again, the wrong food, the excess stress, and the unnecessary medications that we pop in, all of this leads to the growth of the bad bacteria in our gut, which then creates a havoc in our entire body and also our hormonal system and reproductive system, which can again lead to PCOS. The sixth one is stress. Now, I always say we are the fish in the water who don't know we are wet. We clearly live in a stressful world. Stress is actually great to help us to be productive and to get the best out of us. But constant stress can be very, very damaging to our health, mind, body, and soul. So today, the world that we live in, there's emotional, mental, physical stress. We are always in a hurry. We are always worried about something. There's relationship stress, financial stress, pressures, deadlines, career stress. There's just everything about us today is stress. So this stress then increases our cortisol levels in the blood, which shuts down our digestive system, our immunity. It shuts down reproduction, excretion, everything that is not needed for survival. So the body then, when it's really stressed, feels that it's an emergency and it needs to deal with that situation. But clearly, if you don't learn to manage stress, it can start affecting every function of our body, including our hormones and hormonal health, which we'll discuss in the next video. And you will see how it affects you. So that's how PCOS then manifests when you're extremely stressed out and you don't manage it well. Apart from these factors, there are also some hidden drivers for your PCOS like nutrient deficiencies such as vitamin D3, zinc, magnesium, iodine deficiencies, because all these are very important for follicle health and to improve your follicles and to help you ovulate and improve your reproductive health in total. So here are a few factors which can cause PCOS, and maybe now you can figure out what may be causing your PCOS. In the next video, I'm going to be discussing the types of PCOS